not twice, not thrice, not thrice. It was like, let me see, I think 4 times. And I don't blame nobody but myself. Yeah, I own all mine. They're right, and I'm okay.
Ace Truen. Welcome, man.
What's happening?
Not much, man. Just wanted to touch base with you, man. Been listening to your some of your new singles that's out, with the videos as well, complimenting them ASAP, and wanted to get you down, man, for a minute, get some information out you, man, and let the people kind of have a better understanding as to who you are, bro.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, man, let's jump right in it.
All right.
So, how long have you been a artist, really? Not just a rapper, but an artist, musical artist?
Music artist, man. I wrote my first song actually when I was 11 years old.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, that's when I kind of picked up the pen and pad and, gave it my shot,
Okay.
So, but officially drawing toward it and recording my first record, I was 18, my senior year in high school.
Tell me about some of your musical influences growing up, bro. Like, listening to your whole CD, bro, from beginning to end, it's a little bit of everybody in there. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna even drop the influences. I'm just gonna let you speak to it. So, yeah, talk to that.
Nah, that's real. From my earlier days, like I say, and listening to my parents' type of music with the oldies on the weekends with the card parties and the kickbacks. So you got your Al Greens, you got your Isley Brothers, Patti LaBelle, the Temptations. All of these artists had so much substance and that touch you in so many different ways, you know what I mean? So
real R&B.
Real R&B, Earth, Wind, and Fire, yes, right. Sir, the soulful stuff. So MJ, you know what I mean? Of course, Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, so even up until, him going solo and doing his thing. So those were my earlier influences. And then when hip hop broke in, it's like, man, Tupac, Outkast, UGK, 8 Baller, MJG, Crime Balls, you know what I mean? A lot of the icons, a lot of the
icons.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Easy, I can't forget about Eazy-E, NWA. You know what I mean? Eazy-E was my first favorite. You know what I mean? So these guys, sparked my attention. And got me interested in the dabbling into the music. So that's the essence that you will hear, is like the element that groomed me, is really what I pour out. You know what I mean? Like they say, you are what you eat.
Right.
You feel me?
You can hear that. You can hear that a lot of different elements and the influences that you spoke of. This is a very unique project, I would say, in reference to your other ones, man. Tell me about this project and just how it differs from everything else you've done creatively.
Man, shoot. For one, because I stepped away from the game. Like I said, I started rapping and being an artist early, early 2000s. But I had a couple of situations to come about that fell through. So I just kind of stepped away from the game, and I had a talk with one of my homies. We were sitting talking like last Thanksgiving, like right before Thanksgiving. We was talking about just doing positive music, and pouring out stuff that has content to help lift our people, and give them substance, give them something to grow on, I ain't knocking nobody else or what type of music that they do. It's a lane for everything. But it just needed to be a balance from my perspective and from what me and my guy was talking about. And he had just got out of the hospital, fighting for his life, had 160 pounds of fluid around his lungs and his heart, so when he made it out, he was just like, man, God had been on him heavy just to do positive things, do things for God, And that conversation changed my whole mindset as far as re-entering the game. And because when I left my brother, a couple of hours later, he laid down and had a heart attack and died. So I was the last person to be with him, to talk to him, and that was our discussion, And so at that point, it was like, okay, I gotta go full throttle, because tomorrow ain't promised to nobody.
Right.
You can plan all day, but you got to put action behind your plan and make things come to light. So this project, like I said, I titled it No Half Steppin because I made a decision not to half step no more on the gifts that God have given me. You know, the things that God have poured into me and the talents and gifts. And then I gotta be full throttle with getting that out. So this album is just like, boy, this is it. This is the race. This is the moment that I gotta win.
What is the message in the album that you're wanting? What's the takeaway when that last track play and close out? What do you want? What's on the table? What's the message that you're putting on the table?
And the ultimate message is non-stop running, like understanding that life is an obstacle course. You know, we all got our own different journeys, and never stop running your race until the end. You know, like failure is not an option. You know, success is what's most important. You know, and no matter what you go through, no matter what you living through, knowing that you can overcome every obstacle that's before you, and you should take that and learn from it. You know, every element, every obstacle, every trial and tribulation that we experience in life should become a learning moment. You know, so from my incarceration days to my companionship days, you know, relationships and stuff, and then just trying to get to know my creator and learn who I am physically and spiritually, inside out.
Right.
You know, so at the end, that's what you should grab, you know, hold and understand, like, okay, life is an obstacle course, it's a journey. Never stop running because we were equipped to win this race. You know.
Right on, man. What's some of the producers you work with on this, man? I saw some familiar names, you know.
Okay. The main producer is Jack Brown. He produced for Kanye. He produced for 2 Chainz. He did some stuff for Yo Gotti, Ludacris, you know, a couple other artists. You know, 7-time platinum plaques, 7 platinum plaques, you know, a couple of Grammy nominations. What's up, Jack Brown? What's happening, my brother? You know, I appreciate everything. And that's really it. Like, I locked in with Jack. You know, he got a whole production team, you know, at the Black Hole.
Yeah,
So
just locked in.
Man, we locked in and got it in. Sometimes it's just a vibe, you know. If the vibe good, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
You know.
You have a favorite track?
Oh,
you got
man.
one that jump out, like, you know, one that you know, you was like, man, this is it right here.
Yeah. For me, because of the scenario and how this album was cultivated and how it, you know, how that, you know, that switch hit once my partner died, Make Me Holy would be my top track, just because of the conversation that we had just had.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Just about getting right with God and being in that proper perspective.
Right. I would even also too make mention and have you kind of speak to the fact that there's no cussing. There's no cussing, and but you got you know, it's some bangers. So,
right.
Yeah. You kind of flip the ear a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of speak to that, man. What's that about, bro?
Man, in my daily language, you gonna hear me say some things, you know, but to be mindful when recording something and putting something on track where I know millions of people can listen. You know, I wanted it to be friendly for children, young adults, and adults. You know, because we all need the messages.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this world is so wide open now. You used to teach your kids about a boogeyman being in the closet, but that ain't gonna work nowadays. There's too much access to everything. Right. So to withhold information from your children and these young adults is detrimental to them, because the world finna teach them everything. Right. So you rather it come from you than come from somebody that you know don't care nothing about them. Right. You know, so that was me purposely being mindful to use no profanity, you know, and keep it clean.
Yeah, I mean, that was a total flip, man, and it takes nothing away from the musical talent that comes through.
Oh, man, know? I appreciate that.
With that being said, man, I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. I appreciate you for, you know, taking time out your busy schedule.
Yes, sir.
To talk to me. Last but not least, man, I've been checking your medallion out.
Okay.
Give me the history or the meaning of that.
Okay, all right. So yeah, this is the label, Diamond Ace Entertainment. So I represent the medals, you know, because it's symbolism of overcoming obstacles and finishing the race. Like I say, God made us all to be winners. You know, we come from a perfect God, you know, so perfection is obtainable within us as long as you dig deep enough and reach to get that. So on the back of this, it says, the race is not won by the fast nor the swift, but to those who endure to the end. You know, so it's just motivation, and I'd rather support something that symbolizes something with great meaning versus just having a bunch of gold chains on. You know, so everything that I'm doing to have a message behind it, you know. So like I say, diamond, I feel like we're all born diamonds in the rough. And like I say, it's the life journey and the things that you go through that chisel you to make you become that perfect diamond.
Right.
You know, polish you up.
Right.
And an ace is one who excels in all things. You know, so we should always strive to be an ace so you can conquer and accomplish whatever you need to accomplish in the land.
Right.
Period. So that's Diamond Aces Entertainment. So that's what I present. You know, no half stepping. We not coming for failure. We coming for success.
Right.
You know.
Well, man, I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. And for y'all who haven't checked it out, man, check out this man's new project. It's out right now on all platforms.
Yes, sir. Every platform. Wherever you go, it's there. You know.
That being said, man, peace out, bro.
All right, peace out, man. Ace Truen, man. Y'all stay live, stay up. Like I say, Instagram, Twitter. Well, I ain't really on Twitter. Facebook. I ain't even on there either. But you can find me everywhere. That's what you do. You know, I'm real personal about my stuff, man. So, you know, Instagram, go to the website, diamondaces.com. That's Aces with a Z at the end. I am on Instagram, and I am on TikTok. Holla at your boy.
I kept my nose clean for a whole 17, then I got dirty in my 30s. Never caught me serving that, nah. They caught me up in the roadblock. Pull up, let down my window with smoke that. Yeah. He said I smell it, go and give it to me. I make it easy on you.